This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motor news and features TV and online magazine. I am Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for.
On Motoring Forum, we shall discuss consequences of road rage. Our road safety reminder in the Young Street Smarts portion centers on rules regarding traffic lights. This week's Paing Super shall be the illegal practice of most BUV drivers of overloading passengers. Showcase this week shall have the subcompact hatchback from Honda, the new Brio 1.2 RS Blacktop CVT. While for race weekend, we shall have the highlights of the 2023 Tarlac Rally Round 1.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry, are on this week's episode of Motoring Today. Join us.
Mitsubishi Xpander Cross the current.
Life should be filled with stories to be liked and loved. Elevate your drive with the new Honda City. Take value and performance to the next level so you can view more places and check into new experiences. With Honda Sensing, you can do all these with peace of mind with its modern design and advanced features. The new Honda City is for those who are ready to step up their game. The new Honda City. Elevate your drive.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. Here now are the latest news and developments in the country's transportation and traffic management. Motorists are advised that a counterflow scheme will be implemented heading to and from the Parañaque Toll Plaza of the Cavitex from September 15 to 25, but only from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Cavitex Infrastructure Corporation announced that it will begin installing girders for the Segment 2 R1 interchange of the Cavitex C5 link starting on September 15. The installation of the girders will only be done from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. so as not to unduly affect traffic on the Cavitex. The CIC said the work will necessitate the implementation of a counterflow scheme at the Parañaque Toll Plaza of the Cavitex for the safety of motorists. The counterflow scheme will affect the Manila-bound lanes from September 15 to 19 and the Cavite-bound lanes of September 20 to 25.
To assure our motorists that their passage will not be impeded or hindi sila magkakaroon ng malaking disturbance, number one, this will be done in the evening, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. So, consistently, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., meron tayong activity, construction activity, dyan sa R1. And meron tayong naka-implement na counterflow scheme sa Parañaque Toll Plaza during this girder launching activity. So, itong counterflow scheme na to para hindi dadaan ang ating mga motorista sa ilalim ng pinaka-beam na inaangat, no? So, ililihis natin sila. Meron tayong papasok ng Cavite at palabas ng Manila na counterflow lanes.
The CIC said the R1 interchange represents a crucial 1.9-kilometer segment, or Segment 2, of Cavitex C5 Link project, which it expects to complete by the first quarter of 2024.
Upon completion of the Segment 2, during the first quarter of 2024, this will definitely reduce travel time, no, from Sucat to Cavitex by 10 minutes. And the improvement is aimed at making daily commuters more efficient and seamless in terms of using Cavitex.
Regular users of the Cavitex should plan their travel times to ensure they won't be affected too much by the girder work at the expressway. Meanwhile, Congress wants to know if the money being sought by the Department of Transportation for its projects will benefit commuters.
The Congressional Policy and Budget Research Department is asking the Department of Transportation to justify the huge budget requests for rail and active transport projects. According to news reports, the DOTR has requested 214.3 billion peso budget for 2024, with 163.7 billion or 85% allocated for the rail transport program. This proposed 214.3 billion cover the North-South Commuter Railway, the first phase of the Metro Manila Subway, Light Rail Transit Line 1 Cavite Extension, the Philippine National Railways South Long Haul Project, and the rehabilitation of the Metro Rail Transit. In contrast, 500 million pesos was sought for the active transport bike share system and Safe Pathways program that is aimed to encourage the use of bicycles and other forms of active transport in the metropolitan areas. The CPBRD wants the DOTR to explain how and whether the railway project will be integrated with each other in order to provide a seamless transport experience for commuters.
Continuing, advocates of cycling and active transport should be aware that there may be people in the present administration not supporting their cause.
Only 500 million pesos is allocated for the Department of Transportation's Active Transport Bike Share System and Safe Pathways program in the National Expenditure Program of 2024. However, according to news reports, the DOTR had to work hard to get that 500 million pesos after the Department of Budget and Management recommended a zero budget for the program. Members of Congress are now asking if the 500 million pesos will be enough for the DOTR to continue to pursue projects aimed at encouraging people to use bicycles for commuting to work and making the metropolis safer for pedestrians. This includes initiatives such as the EDSA Greenways project to build a 5-kilometer walkway linking key train stations on EDSA. Meanwhile, the DOTR is still using the 2022 budget for uncompleted bicycle and pedestrian infrastructure projects. It is also reported that the 705 million budget in 2023 for active transport projects remains unused this late in the year.
Cycling advocates and commuter groups should be noisier in demanding the DOTR to push through with projects that would benefit them. DBM may not have been keen about allocating money to the DOTR that would remain idle or unused. And finally, does it feel like deja vu? Another legal suit delaying the delivery of supplies to the LTO and prompting actions to mitigate another problem with backlogs.
The Land Transportation Office is extending the validity of driver's licenses that expired from April 24, 2023 onwards for a few months or until April 2, 2024. According to news reports, the LTO agreed to extend the validity of driver's licenses after a Quezon City court issued a temporary restraining order against the delivery of plastic cards used for the issuance of licenses. The court was acting on a petition seeking for a TRO filed by All Card Incorporated, which had been disqualified from bidding for the contract to supply the LTO with plastic cards for licenses. All Card accused the Centralized Bids and Awards Committee of the Department of Transportation of committing grave abuse of discretion in disqualifying the company from the bidding. All Card also claimed it had submitted the lowest bid for the license card supply contract. The LTO is hoping for the court case filed by All Card to be resolved soon and the delivery of the plastic cards to be implemented. LTO Chief Vigo Mendoza II said once the plastic cards are available, applications for renewal of driver's licenses will resume and motorists with extended driver's licenses will be given time to get them renewed.
The LTO has been scrambling to not allow the shortage of plastic cards to unduly burden holders of expired or expiring driver's licenses, so they won't have to go through the process of renewing their licenses multiple times. But supply problems, or lawsuits for that matter, should never have happened in the first place. And those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. This Motoring Forum will discuss the possible consequences of giving way to road rage, now seemingly a daily occurrence in congested city streets.
Recent instances of road rage caught on camera, no less, phone and dash cams and CCTVs, and posted and gone viral on social media, point to one fact. The consequences on those involved in road rage, whether instigator or victim, are usually bad. The most recent example of road rage gone viral is that of a former policeman who, in a fit of rage, hit a bicycle rider and then threatened him with a gun. He was caught in the act on phone cam by a passing motorist and also on the CCTV. Whatever caused him to rage is no matter. His driver's license has been revoked by the Land Transportation Office. The PNP has also voided his licenses to own and carry guns. He also got fired by his employer. There are many instances of road rage being shared on social media. Motorcycle riders against drivers of four-wheel vehicles. Motorcycle riders against motorcycle riders. Four-wheeled vehicle drivers against underbone riders. Cyclists against motorcycle riders. Cyclists against motorists. With phone cams, dash cams, CCTVs all ready to record on and off-road misdeeds, road rage incidents most often than not will be recorded. Some conflicts don't go beyond shouting and invectives. Others end in fistfights and injuries, and in some cases, guns being drawn, shots fired, and death. Some result only in embarrassment for those involved. Other instances lead to more serious consequences, including charges in court. Increasingly, the LTO and other government authorities are using social media posts as evidence or reason to initiate action to penalize bad behavior on the road, perhaps to show that government is serious about solving the problem and punishing misdeeds. There is no law or ordinance that specifically punishes road rage incidents, although a bill has been filed in Congress for that purpose. Filed in 2019 and now pending in committee, House Bill number 5759, or the Anti-Road Rage Act, would criminalize road rage, which is defined as acts ranging from mild to moderate screaming, while gesturing at others, cursing or using bad language, physical attack at another or an attempt thereof, reckless driving, any kinds of threat or intimidation, any use of force against another person, to other analogous circumstances. Of course, those specific actions defined as road rage may already be punishable in Republic Act No. 3815 or the Revised Penal Code, Republic Act No. 4136, the Land Transportation and Traffic Code, as well as many city and provincial ordinances. Among acts or deeds occurring during road rage incidents punishable in the Revised Penal Code are grave threat, reckless imprudence, physical injuries, slander by deed, even failing to render assistance to injured. The Land Transportation and Traffic Code punishes such acts that lead to, cause, or result from road rage, reckless driving, obstruction of traffic, disregarding traffic signs, etc. Then there are local or city ordinances that include obstructing cycling lanes or walking paths, the very ordinance that is the root cause of the viral road rage incident, a cyclist getting into conflict with a motorist driving on the bike lane.
Road rage incidents are nothing new. Social media may just be showing how prevalent this has become with the worsening congestion on city streets. Authorities should really use social media posts to identify and penalize those involved in road rage incidents as a deterrent for others to think twice before losing it on the road. That's our Motoring Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
The new Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Cross the current.
You are back with us here on Motoring Today, and we now have this week's important motoring tips. Starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. Isa sa mga pinakamahalagang traffic rules ay ang pagsunod sa traffic lights. Maging ikaw ay pedestrian or driver, you should always learn how to obey the traffic lights. Continuing with this week's edition of Motoring Today, let's now focus on proper driver's demeanor, especially for those driving PUVs. Here's Spying Chuper this week.
Payong Chuper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Alejandro Luico, isang kapwa niyo Chuper. Huwag nang ipilit magsakay ng pasahero kung hindi nakasya.
Ang bawat pampasadang sasakyan ay mayroong tinatawag na passenger limit o bilang ng mga pasahero na magkakasya. Kapag puno na, iwasang magtawag pa ng ilan at ipagsiksikan. Tandaan din na bawal maglagay ng ekstra bangko sa gitna ng pampasadang sasakyan.
Palaging isipin na mahalaga rin na komportable ang ating mga pasahero. Ito po si Alejandro Luico, Payong Chuper lang, kaibigan mula sa inyong kapwa niyo Chuper.
Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Cross the current.
Ready?
Welcome back to Motoring Today. World of Motorsports is next.
In motorsports news, Paui Base of PMMS Rennsport Racing Team ruled the 7th leg of the 2023 Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series held on a rainy day at the Robinson Star Mills, Pampanga. Paui also set the best time of day in the overall front wheel category. Martina Sofia Munoz of the Rodeo Racing Team came in second quickest in both the overall and the front wheel category, while also setting the fastest time among all novices. Austin Sarmiento of Team Shell Lubes Traders came in third in the overall category, second while setting the fastest time in the rear wheel production category, edging Joseph Ortega, who finished second in the class.
More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. Twelve entries signed up for the first rally event of the year, which took place in the back roads of Tarlac, with the park firm at the new Clark City and Capas. Race Weekend takes us back to those 2 days and night of Tarlac rally, covering the 100-kilometer rally with 11 stages.
This is round 1 of the Philippine Rallycross Tarlac Rally happening here at New Clark City. We organized the Philippine Rallycross Series this year, 2023 Philippine Rally, which we call Tarlac Rally. We did this back in 2018. Now we're doing it as we expand the sport, as the sport continues to grow. Now we're doing it here at New Clark City as our new venue support sponsor. Round 1 of the Tarlac Rally, we went through the areas of Tarlac. No? It's a mix of tarmac and dirt. Basically, we gave different views, basically very similar to international WRC race. No? And this is what we're trying to achieve here for our group and to grow the sport. No? It's a different kind of race if you compare it to rallycross, but if you're doing rallycross, it prepares you to do rally. No? Rally is longer and it takes a toll on the car a lot. No? You really have to prep your car and anything can happen. No? Navigator is a big need also. No? So if you have a good navigator, it's a big plus to be part of the rally because this will dictate where you go, where you should go, how you should take things, what you should watch out for, minimize getting lost. Basically, for rally, most of the people that join the rally are the people who joins the Philippine Rallycross series. No? And what we require for the rally is you have to be completely in full roll cage. No? Because we're racing on public roads, national roads. No? When you get to the dirt, wala na, diba? Anything goes. But an accident can happen on the road. So your car has to be registered also. You have to be licensed and your car should be properly registered also. So we'll have 2 rounds for the Philippine Rally, Tarlac Rally. No? And this is round 1 and round 2 will be coming up soon in a month's time.
The 2023 Tarlac Rally drew rally veterans as well as a number of newcomers to the sport, which many see as a sign that rallying is alive and well. Kudos to the organizers of the Philippine Rallycross Series for staging the event. And that's this week's World of Motorsports. We'll be back after this short break.
Isuzu Mu-X. Take the lead.
The new Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Cross the current.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. In this showcase, we take a look at the newly refreshed Honda Brio, Honda Cars Philippines' entry to the subcompact hatchback segment.
There is still a market for small hatchbacks. They are great options for personal mobility in narrow or crowded streets in the city and fun drives to the provinces. Easy to maintain and economical to operate, they are also affordable and practical options for first-time car buyers. Since it was first introduced to the local market in 2019, the Brio was among the vehicles that generated sales for Honda Cars Philippines, especially popular among those looking for affordable cars at a time when public transport was severely limited by pandemic restrictions. Earlier this year, Honda rolled out a refreshed Brio, offering 4 variants: the 1.2S manual transmission, the 1.2V CVT, and 1.2 RS CVT, and the 1.2 RS Blacktop CVT. The refreshed Brio remains essentially the same in dimensions, slotting it perfectly into the small hatchback segment, with the RS variants measuring 3,811mm long, 1,682mm wide, and 1,487mm tall with a 2,405mm long wheelbase. The main refresh to the Brio is the new grille that gives a nod to the trend for jewel-like motifs and a new bumper design. Who knew a front bumper with a stretched black bow tie could look sporty? But it works. To live up to the RS tag, it comes with RS badge on the piano black front grille, and the RS design tail lamp and side sill garnish. Of course, the top of the roof is black for the RS Blacktop. Yes, the treatment adds to the sporty look of this Brio. The 15x6J RS design alloy wheels are wrapped by 185/55 R15 tires. The RS also comes with LED headlights, daytime running lights, fog lamps, the high mount stop lamp, and the parking light. Only bulb type for the tail lamp though. Other exterior features include body color door handles, crystal black side door mirrors with integrated turn signal lights, micro type antenna, and tailgate spoiler. The side view mirrors power adjust and fold. The Brio also gets intrepided front with washer and non-intrepided rear wipers. Red accents and trim give the dark interior of the 1.2 RS CVT Blacktop a sporty look. Other distinguishing interior features include the RS design speedometer and the black fabric with red accent seat upholstery. The top-of-line Brio still only gets keyless entry system, but it does have power windows and speed-sensing auto door locks. The air conditioning system comes with a digital display but only manual controls. For infotainment and smart connectivity, Honda equipped the new Brio with 7-inch touchscreen audio system with Android Auto, Bluetooth, USB port, AM/FM radio, Android Auto mirroring, and 6 speakers including 2 tweeters. The RS variants also got an Apple CarPlay. The front seats slide and recline and feature adjustable headrests. The 3-spoke urethane steering wheel tilts but does not telescope and features illuminated audio controls. The shifter is also your basic urethane. The rear seat back folds and come with 3 adjustable headrests. This hatchback offers 258 liters of capacity for cargo in the back, with the back seat up. When folded, this increases to 851 liters. The Brio can be said to fulfill Honda's promise of a fun, nimble, and economical drive. The Brio is powered by the 1199cc inline 4-cylinder SOHC iVTEC engine with programmed fuel injection that generates 90 PS at 6,000 RPM and 110 Nm of torque at 4,800. A continuously variable transmission sends all that power and torque to the front wheels. The Brio suspension features McPherson struts with stabilizer in front and torsion beams in the rear. The brakes use ventilated discs in the front and drums in the rear and come integrated with anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution. All this helps make the Honda Brio 1.2 RS CVT very nimble and easy to drive in crowded traffic in the city. The rev-happy engine responsive to needs for passing. The Brio also feels quite stable at speed and expressways. Standard safety features in the Brio include dual SRS airbags, 4 3-point ELR safety belts with pre-tensioner and 1 lap belt for the middle passenger in the car. The driver also gets a seatbelt reminder. It also comes with a security alarm and immobilizer. Overall, the new Honda Brio does not have all the bells and whistles that come with some entry-level cars these days, but it has everything to make it a very practical, affordable, comfortable, safe, and fun vehicle for everyday driving in the city and the occasional drives to countryside.
Honda lists the Honda Brio 1.2 RS Blacktop CVT at 863,000 pesos, making it the most affordable Honda locally. But do check for promos making the Brio even more affordable. That's our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
At the core of Toyota Gazoo racing lies motorsports DNA. Combine that with the Philippines' best-selling sedan, you get the Vios GRS. Its black accent details and aero kit upgrade capture the feel and excitement on the track, and the 10-speed CVT that exudes the TGR competitive spirit. On the road or on the track, always be ready for a heart-racing, exhilarating ride. The Vios GRS. Bring on the thrill.
The new Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Cross the current.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry takes center stage.
Motorsports fans turned out in droves at the Clark International Speedway for the second leg of the Toyota Gazoo Racing Vios Cup. Aside from the thrilling action-packed one-make circuit championship races and the Autocross Challenge, several other surprises delighted the spectators.
For this leg, we have prepared several surprises for our motorsports fans. So number one, we are actually having today the debut of our Toyota Corolla Altis GRS HEV race car on the racetrack. So it's doing exhibition races for both the Circuit Championship and the Autocross Challenge. And we also have a surprise. We have met the next generation Tamarao concept during the 35th anniversary celebration of Toyota Motor Philippines. And now the Toyota concept car made a surprise appearance here on the racetrack as our safety car for this leg.
Toyota also took the opportunity to provide a sneak preview of the 2024 Hilux GR Sport at the Vios Cup.
We have also gave a sneak peek today of our newest GR model, and that is the Hilux GRS.
The revamped Toyota Hilux GRS looks even more robust and rugged with more angular bumpers, expanded over fenders, metal front skid plate, and 17-inch Dakar-inspired alloy wheels wrapped in all-terrain tires. The suspension has been beefed up, the powertrain powered up to generate 224 horsepower and 550 Nm of torque, and the ADAS enhanced in the 2024 Hilux GRS. Toyota said the upgraded Toyota Hilux GRS will soon be made available at all dealerships with a 2.166 million peso sticker price. Hyundai Motor Philippines and Gateway Motors are working together to further extend the South Korean carmakers' network of dealerships providing access to sustainable and innovative vehicles. Top executives of Hyundai Motor Philippines and Gateway Motors recently held the groundbreaking for the construction of the Hyundai Cebu Talisay, another addition to Hyundai's roster of electric vehicle outlets that also carry the Hyundai Global Dealership Space Identity 2.0. According to Hyundai Motor Philippines President Dong Wook Lee, the Gateway Group shares the same passion as Hyundai when it comes to mobility and the community at large. The dealership is expected to open by the fourth quarter of 2024.
And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to check us out on social media.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now on its 37th year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of our dad, Butch Gamboa, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Tin Gamboa. Happy motoring.